Can you hear me, Dave?
Sylvie, Sylvie, we are live, just so you know. And yes, I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, good morning. Uh, Sylvie, there you go. Great. So, all right, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is doing really good and having a great day. It is obviously Saturday, May 11th. Man, this year's flying by already. So, just wanted to welcome everybody around the world coming onto the call. Those of you who are going to listen to it later on, it is our Saturday Q&A. It is also, hopefully, we're going to have Paul pop in and say hi as the meeting goes on. But as you can see, I've got a screen share up. Just want to go through a couple of things with you today, just so you have an idea. We're obviously getting closer each day. It gets a little bit more of code written, and we're kind of excited where we're going. Quick update for everybody, though, just so you're aware of what's going on. We are focusing on trying to have our launch day for June 1st. So that's not too far out from now. It's about most probably 3 weeks, which will be for our pioneers. Now, the pioneers are going to be the loyal people that have been hanging in with us, going through stuff over the last few months as we've been making the changes. One of the things what will happen in the Pioneer program is going to be that you're going to be able to use the Match It game. Obviously, NFL, NBA, and Sylvia, you can't see my screen, correct? I believe. Hopefully, Sylv. I'm sure you can, you guys. Um, Okay, so obviously we'll have a lot more of these entities. What will happen is this top circle will be the active games that are playing. For example, NFL won't be playing due to the fact is it will not be a season, so this will roll to the back. Okay, then if there's NBA going on, it'll roll up. So this will be this what you see when you go to your initial dashboard will be current games. Obviously, the Magic game is going to be the one which is the most active because that's a weekly game that you go to every day. And that doesn't change for seasons. The only time that is closed is on Sundays because obviously of our belief and not doing things on Sundays. So, guys, these will have multiple different games. For right now, what you will eventually see in here is going to be obviously, we explained to you, it's going to be the fight first that comes up. Which would be also the UFC. So we'll have the UFC coming up through the month of June. And then obviously July for the Mike Tyson fight is what we're gearing for. So what we want to do is make sure through June you guys are able to go in and participate in some of the games and some of the different sporting events. So I'll have obviously the fight program up here first. Then directly after that will become the NFL, because the next thing what rolls out after the fight will be preseason in football. For those of you who follow American football, you know it's rookie weekend right now this weekend. Immediately after that, we will drop into tennis. So you'll see the tennis for Wimbledon, basically the kickoff of the summer for tennis. And then at the same time, we're going to be bringing up golf. So your first four, what comes up, you'll be able to get active in. But the Magic game, don't worry about the icons, because we're going to change things. We don't worry about that as code writers. We don't really worry about what it looks like right now. We more worry about it working. But basically, it will come up. You'll hit play. Let's say it's your birthdays. So you'll be able to choose different patterns, get different points. But you can also come in and you can say, well, my birthday is, February 14th, and you was born in 2018 or whatever it would be. Okay, so you can pick numbers. You can randomly pick numbers, whatever. You'll have the option of 8 separate numbers, and then once you got to 8, you can't click anymore. As you can see, I can't do that. These, then you would save your selection, and then what would happen is at that time, once you've saved your selection, then what would happen is it would go on and play. We've got the game turned off right now, so it's not going to let me save the selection, just so you know. But that's how simple it's going to be. Then each day, the new email notification system, what you'll have, is going to be falling under this category, which is notification. So you're going to go and set your preferences. Originally, I think we were going to put it under profile. I think it's now going to go under notifications. That way, you can find out what you want to do. So, for example, when the Magic game goes, as you know, on the weekly game, a number comes up every 6 hours. So this, an hour before, would notify you your next number will be up in an hour. And then immediately on the hour, it will notify you and say your number is now active. Now, that will email you only once, letting you know that the new number is now active, getting you to go inside the dashboard to click on it. So that'll be all under the notifications under there, guys. As you can see in here, obviously it'll have your personal points. There's a couple of other columns that we're going to put in here as well. So you see this is on staging, so you don't see the actual numbers and points. If we were in an account or something like this account, you would actually see different numbers on here. This will all relate down to where it is, the numbers, how many points you've got. So that will be on here, but of course this is in staging. It doesn't work. As you can see, it's on Jellyfish. Now, when you go into your auction site, this is going to be the interesting. So when you go into the auction site, you'll be able to have the opportunity to pick. So if for some reason, if I go back to home quickly and you click on the NFL, that is going to preset you that then when the auction site comes up, that's going to have the points will go over to the auction site. You'll be able to look along the top and say, okay, how many points did we get for NFL today? Or how many points did we get for cricket? Or how many points? So you'll be able to see as a worldwide company how many points are getting generated. Now, you'll have an option to obviously not play for NFL in the game. Now, because we're trying to partner, and we've had some great calls this week already, because we're trying to partner with different major corporations around the world that will bring on individuals to play, there's going to be a difference in point amounts. So, for example, if you say, I'm not into NFL, I do not want to play for them, I want to play for my own church, or I want to play for cancer, or whatever it may be that you want to play for, what's going to happen is there's going to be a difference in the amount of points. So, for example, if you get 5 points for each question, is it going to be a run play? Is it going to be a touchdown? Whatever it's going to be. You might only get half the points, and it's going to depend on which organization. So, for example, we already know the NFL is really focused and will help you but you've got to commit to us that everybody that plays, the points come over to the auction site for the NFL, so the NFL can take advantage for their players to participate. However, maybe with the NBA, it'll have an option that they say, okay, well, we understand not everybody may want them points, so you're going to get a 2-to-1 ratio or whatever the number is. So each one of these are going to be a little bit different on how the point is. Now, of course, you will be able to come down to your charities. So you'll have a link on your charities. You can pick on them. You can rotate them. In our presentation, we have been sharing with you information that we originally had, but we are going to change that. So we'll make sure Kelly gets that updated and Jim, where we did say when you go into the game, you pick your charity. What's happening now, because the amount of games that we've got forecast, it's going to make that challenging for each one of them. So what's going to happen is you're going to go into the charities and you're going to be able to pick. And you're going to say, okay, there's 20 charities, there's 30 charities there. This one is the standard one with the game NFL, so you can't change it. I'm thinking there's a line here, guys, to show you. So this one could say NFL, this one could say match it, and you'll put a click button by the side. You check it. This one, which says NFL, will automatically be clicked, meaning you can't click on that. You can't take it off. So then that's your option if you play in the game or you don't. So that's just so we can actually work with the charities. Now, this week's been a great week for us. We've had a couple of conference calls this week. One of them is with a worldwide airline. They through a contact of a contact, they've asked how they can participate doing like a shared joint venture. So, guys, this has opened up a new avenue. For example, this is not the airline we talked to, but Delta Airlines I'm going to use because I fly with Delta Airlines. So, guys, if we get at this airline on board, it will be the pathway for other airlines around the world that want to join. So they will want to come on as well. That means hotels will want to come on. This is opening up your opportunity to talk to people and bring them on board. Now, you might say, well, why would I want to bring on an airline? Okay, well, the reason you'd want to bring on an airline is everybody that signs up under you means, let's say for example, Keith goes out and gets American Airlines. Well, American Airlines will be number one in his line. That means everybody from American Airlines that goes out and play is playing points for Keith. So over the next week or 2 weeks, you'll have an opportunity to find out more how this works. And if we can get the first one on board, then what should happen? Anything which has got a reward program will be able to be approached, whether it's hotels, whether it's casinos, whether it's just local restaurants, especially the local restaurants. Remember, on here you'll be able to go down to your banners and you can pick your banner of what banner you want. For example, you can do that one. It's a test we done yesterday to do. You can share that. Now, we have not got the other two links on there, the Instagram at the moment, and we do not have the X on there. So at the moment, we're only going to go with Facebook and LinkedIn till we get the app going. Now, guys, for those of you who don't know, the other app is up and operational. We got that this week. However, the Instagram and the X Twitter, no pun intended, is still not done yet because it's not been approved. Our changes. Once that's done and these games are completed and these banners go, so here what will happen is if you're an Avazu member, you'll have an opportunity. So this is going to say Avazu banners, it will say charity banners, and it will say business banners. So there'll be 3 rows of banners below, okay? Then 3, there's only one here, that's why it's stopping. So there'll be 3 rows of banners, or you'll be able to come over and go into the banners link here, which I think we've got turned off. Yes, we do. So what's going to happen is inside that link, you'll be able to click on it, come down to the banner, and if you're an Avazu member, what's going to happen is it's going to recognize you as an Avazu member, and then what it's going to do is allow you to get the entries and the points. So, guys, it's enticing everybody out there that participates to become a ticket holder of Avazu. So just so you guys know how it does. Your recent answers, now this is still up because of the draft, what we've done for the draft, for those of you who remember we've done the draft. So these answers over here would be where you view. So every time you've got a game you're playing in will be on the right-hand side so you can see that. So, guys, we're progressing really, really well. And as the game goes on, this was 7 rounds. Obviously, it's loading there, guys. And please don't worry about the alignment. A lot of that is my screens because I'm working on different screens, so it's just not aligned up. However, this when you see it on yours, it'll all be good. You'll also have to understand one of the reasons we're doing very cautious. We're doing what we roll out with is once we roll it out, we are now considering having an app for each one. So rather than having an app for Ripple, we're thinking, shall we have an app for the Magic game? Should we have an app for NFL? Should we have an app for soccer? So we're thinking about possibly doing that. Statistically, and what we found out, it may be a better option for us to do that. The problem is there's going to be a lot more time and money putting that together. So we're still not 100% sure. So, guys, that's where we're at. We're up on this, just so you know. We still have scheduled rollout dates of going to be coming out on June 1st. That will be for you guys who are getting points. Now, we want to be honest, okay? We do not want somebody, and I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want anybody to think that we are focusing on any individuals, but we don't want somebody to come into here and let's say you've got a credit card payment for a Visa of $500, okay? So you're going to get a Visa payment or you're going to get just a Visa gift card so you can do things or whatever it may be in the auctions, okay? It's grayed out, obviously. We gray out everything when it's working in the background, but we don't want anybody to use it at this time. So let's going to use for common sense, somebody comes in here and says gift cards, and that person's got a multiple amount of points because they signed up a lot of people. They could literally go in here and they can take them points and they can bid 10 times, up to 10 times on 10 different gift cards. And they could put amount of points in there and they could win all the gift cards. We don't want to do that. And I'm sure most probably the individuals that have built large teams already would understand that. I mean, it's common sense. We're here to try to help the person that needs the help. The design of this is people to get food baskets or get hygiene baskets or get their day-to-day necessities, not somebody to come along and go and grab 20 gift cards for the points. However, what we've offered you this week is a way to get points. Now, I have not gone through the complete sign up, but one of the things is a registration form. And on the registration form, you will see when you register, it's going to give you different dates. Now, we're going to most probably make a modified to this. Sylvie and I were just talking about this before the call started. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a registration form on its own, and then we're going to have a form where you can go back and get the points. Now, Sylvie, you can come on with me in a minute and explain how we can do the other ones. But like, for example, the keyword for today, to make it real simple to know you're on the call, will close after the call. So to get your points, you're only going to get your points if you're on a call. Now, on a Saturday call, you get 50 points. So guess what the key word is for today? It's key word. Key word. First word is key. Second word is word. Keyword. Break it into half. There are your answers for today, and this will only be live for today. Now, Sylvie, are they still going to get to this form from the link tree? Is that how we're going to do that from here? Sylvie?
I will, yes, I will put the link for the form in the chat and also in the link tree.
Okay, so question for you. For people that are doing the Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff, is that form already built and ready for them?
Yes, it's already all is in the same form.
It's in the same form. Okay. So when they see that, and if you want to, Sylvia, you can do a recording that we can post for everybody to do it. But basically, what they would be able to do is go back to this form and then post it. But what's going to happen, guys, so everybody's aware, we're only going to give these points live. So if you're on the call on say Monday, this form would be open Monday for you to go in and get the points. Once the call ends, you don't get the points. You don't. It's not a matter if you're coming back and re-watching it. The idea of this is to get you guys points, but you get you on a call. For all those of you who are going to be watching this video later tonight or tomorrow or whatever it may be, which we get a lot of you do that, unfortunately, points are only going to go out for live activities on calls. So remember, on Monday's call, you get 10 points for company's update. That's at 2 p.m. on Monday. On Tuesday evening, There is 25 points on Wednesday. There are 25 points. And Tuesday's done at 11 o'clock at nighttime, East Coast time by Kelly. So you get 25 points. So if you don't fill the form in while the call's going on, you will not get the points. If anybody re-watches it, unfortunately, you don't get the points for that. So you rewatch it for knowledge, not for the points. We want to take care of the pioneers, the people that get in. In reference to Saturday's call, same scenario with the points. Then all of the different postings you've got from YouTube, Facebook. What we'll do is we'll do a little video to make sure you understand how to do that, because we can't have it on the same form. This will be being changed, and we do expect to put something live in your actual sign up in here. That's what we're expecting to do, if we can get enough time to pull that off. So guys, everything's been a good week. We've had a real good week in reference to some of the people that we've been talking to. This new opportunity that's opened up because of an airline, that really changes a lot of things for us. If we can partner with any reward programs out there, for example, a lot of people play these games, Candy Crush and things of that nature. If we can partner with them, first of all, what's in it for them? That's going to be the first thing. Well, the first thing what's in it for them is helping their members, and we can have their own auction site. So with this airline, what's going to happen is people are going to be able to participate, and the points that they get for the airline flight, plus they get points that they can go into that airline, which has got a charity. Most major corporations around the world have charities, guys. So there's a great opportunity here for you guys. I mean, literally, you can reach out to people, explain the program to them, and then set up a conference call with us where we can actually walk them through what it does. So if you've got a large organization that's got, whether it's 10,000 members or 1,000,000 members, and this can be any network marketing program, we're into eyeballs. All we want is eyeballs, eyeballs, eyeballs. This is a complete free program. So anybody can get their rent paid, get their mortgage paid, get their car payment paid, get free food, get free hygiene, anything like that. If they can get that free and they can offer that to their members, there is no solicitation to that person. There is no form of network marketing apart from getting points. So that's a reward, but they all support something. If it's a program that does not have a charity, I'm sure they have a desire to support one, so they can put forward a name. So any of you guys on this call or later, I know we have people on from every part of the world listens to our calls, from Kenya to Australia to wherever. Guys, this will help everybody out there. More points, more eyeballs, more product goes up on the auction site, more people bid on it, more people get satisfaction with groceries, vacations, whatever it may be. So, guys, I am done. I was hoping Paul was going to jump on today. I was a little bit longer than I expected. I wanted to be done on the whole call on my end in about 20 minutes, so I'm 2 minutes over. But we will answer any questions you guys have got. In a quick nutshell, I told most of you that we were leaving to head out to the Philippines on the 1st of the month. Unfortunately, that has got delayed just because we're not ready. We can't start people coding. We can't start hiring people until it's all laid out. I know that sounds really silly. You guys maybe think, oh, you can just sit down with a piece of paper. It's not. We have to find out where this feed comes from, how it connects to this, what are the results, what is it going to take bandwidth, and it is a nightmare. We're working hours upon hours just laying out, putting this together. So as a product manager on this, overseeing everything, it's a nightmare for Roy. Roy's got to take everything we're doing in the company side and then said, okay, we got to make this all talk to each other. Everything's got to have APIs on it. Every time you talk to the NFL, we got to write an API. If you talk to the NBA, it's got to have an API. So, it's a challenge, guys. This is not easy, like I've told you multiple times. Coming out with the Magic game, coming out with the banners, as you can see, we were done with that 2 months ago, apart from tweaking the look, making it a little specials, and we haven't done that yet because things like in the Magic game, we want to put a form of an advertisement for the member behind it, so we want to do that. So excuse me. So anyway, bottom line to deal, guys, is It's kind of exciting where we're going, but this is a touch of the iceberg to what can be bought. You guys have all got your own insights, your own brains. You've got your own vision. That's what makes you special. You bring forward some ideas and say, hey, can we do this? If it puts 1,000 people under you, and them 1,000 people are playing and participating, and you're getting points every day, this will take care of all of your needs at home. It will pay your rent. It will pay your electric. It will pay your phone bill. It will pay your food. It will pay your vacations. Instead of hard money, points will do it. We're making a change. And in the meantime, every time you get a point, you're giving a point to a charity to make a charity difference around the world. So if you step up here at this stage as our pioneers, you may bring on somebody like an airline. Can you imagine having an airline and having millions of flying members that are all under you? That's life-changing, guys. It's completely life-changing. In fact, we're concerned that you might have too many points. We're trying to figure out what's the next steps to make sure you don't have this big bucket of points. So we are tempting, we haven't done it yet, still in conversation, that you'll be able to put your points on the auction site to help other people. So we are thinking about possibly doing that. So when you get to a certain level, instead of them points being there, potentially, you can go and put these 5,000 points, 10,000 points on the auction site to allow other people the opportunity to help out. And we're just kind of looking to see what we can do. We know this particular person that bought this airline on, I mean, they've got millions of flyers. And if they all start participating, that person's going to get lots and lots of points, which is the idea. The question is, where do we make it fair for everybody? And that is the key focus. You guys all know me now. You've known me for a long, long time. If it's not fair, we're not doing it. Okay, it's just not right. So it's got to be fair for everybody to participate and be rewarded. Otherwise, that same team of people will get all the stuff off the auction site. They'll get the watches, they'll get the cars, they'll get everything, and all the foods and stuff, and it'll take away. And we're not going to allow that to happen. The idea of this is to help the people that are struggling day to day. So, guys, I will answer any questions you may have. If you have any questions, we'll go forward and get them answered. What we got, Sylph?
We have no question for the time being.
Wow. Okay, guys, get used to Saturdays. It's an official. I announced it last week. It is a Q&A. We can even put a form up if you want to say, look, you want to pre-think of the question. We need your feedback. This is not an I. This is a we. Okay. Obviously, Paul is really good at that. Paul, kind of runs with what we're doing because of what's going on. And he looks really good this week. Really good. He expected to be on the call today. I know he's got some new fittings going on. And anyway, he's pretty excited where he's at. So we all hope to see him today, but I'm sure he'll be with us next week. He's been on a couple of calls during the week with us. But guys, this is all about us as a team doing it, a we thing, not an I. This is about helping the other person. A lot of people go out there and talk the talk and then don't back it up, right? We're going to back it up. Okay, we're going to go out and make sure this auction site works for those individuals that need some food, who need some warm clothes, who need a house. We need senior citizens to help them get over the bills of living on pensions. So, guys, there's a lot of work on this. If I had to return the clock back, I would have most probably said to Paul, we need to take a whole year off and let us just work on this thing for a year. But nobody knew the blessings that we've got. Going by that one event at the NFL back there in February, this thing has just snowballed out of control. And we're the ones what are actually saying no to people right now, letting people know and understand that we can't do that at this stage. So, guys, if you got no questions, there's one question that's come up. Is there a way to get a formal letter made for an airline? Good question, Eric. You know what? Most probably we can do a standard letter that you would be able to modify an introductory. I will have you an introductory letter ready by Monday. I may only get delayed that it may have to get signed off by an attorney, but I will have you something by Monday on the company update call. That's at 2:00. And if you're not able to make that call, we'll make sure it's available for you. But yes, there's no reason we can't help you write a letter that you can then just send out. But guys, don't get stuck on just airlines. I guarantee you, any one of you, if you drive down the road and you take a piece of paper, you could most probably write down 10 people that would love to have a reward program. Everything from a car dealership, motorcycle dealership, everything from any church organization, they've got a membership. Why not reach out to them, even if it's not your church? Break the ice, walk in and talk to them. We got a great new program for the nonprofits right now that if you didn't listen to Jim, make sure you listen to Jim. It's pretty exciting. So that's on Wednesdays, don't forget. But guys, there's anything you do. It can be from KFC that have a reward program to McDonald's. I believe they have a rewards program. Anything is open. We are so new and our concept is so unusual that you're playing for a foundation at the same time, not getting told the prize you get. Like if you get points from KFC in this country, you have to do it for KFC food, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, now you can have them get on board, people get points, and they don't have to have Kentucky Fried Chicken. They can have food baskets, they can have cash income, they can have all kinds of things. So guys, it's wide open. There isn't a place I drive that I'm not looking out the window and saying, well, that will work. It's only a matter of time. It could be a year, it could be 5 years before we get them all on. We won't get every one of them, but if we just get 10% what's available to us, it is absolutely huge. So guys, just stick with us. And, any questions you've got that we can help out, yes, we'll put a letter together for you, see if that does it. And apart from that, Sylvia, unless there's any other questions, it's a wrap. It's 9:30. That means 30 minutes on the call. Any other questions, Sylv?
Yes, yes, we had a question from Kay to ask if the calls this week do we put on the phone today?
The
I've
calls,
already answered in the chat. Yes.
okay. Yeah, the calls are the same as last week. For the whole month of May, it's going to be 2 p.m. on Monday, which is the company update. Either I would do that or Paul would do that, depending how he's feeling. Then on Tuesdays at 11 p.m. New York time is a company introductory from Kelly that she does it. Anybody you got new wanting to find out, that's the one to do. By the way, guys, take that clip from YouTube or X or wherever we're streaming. And if you're sending that to somebody, a new potential person, Kelly can explain the whole program. Then on Wednesdays at 2 p.m., Jim does a partial, which is half to do with the program, to announce the program, and the other half is designed for the the non-profit, the churches, the people that want to get involved. So that's a good call. And of course, then we have Saturday. They're the only 4 calls we do each week right now for us, is because we were taking too much time and not getting code written. So we had to take a little break from it. But guys, join on any of the calls, share the calls with people, get your other active people on the call, definitely on Saturdays like next week. You're all getting points, 50 points for being here today. You got to go into that form and put them names on there. That form is going to be closed. Sylvia's going to close that form down within 5 minutes. Once I close up this call, 5 minutes later, that form is not going to take that word. So if you're on this call, whether it's Keith, Eric, Jennifer, whoever's on this call, okay, please go to that form right now and put in the 2 words. There's 2 questions, and the word is keyword. 2 words. First one is key, second one is word. Put it in there for today. Make sure you've only got 5 minutes. So if any of you are having any issues, Sylvie will put in here the link for the form again. I'm sure she's already done it. Go in and do that. But guys, be blessed as always. Have an awesome, awesome weekend. 50 points coming on today. That could be a food basket. So it's well worth joining the call, right? Could be your mobile phone being paid for the 12 months. It just depends what you want on how you bid it. But do think outside the box. Bring it next week on the call. Talk to us. Hey, I've seen so-and-so here in Guyana. Can we do this? I've seen this in South America. Can we do this? Can you set up rewards at just basic businesses? The answer is yes. Absolutely. If you've got a local Chinese restaurant or you have a local steakhouse, then they want to bring their customers back, we can write that program for them. All right, guys, be blessed. Have an awesome, awesome weekend. Be safe. And it's Mother's Day tomorrow in lots of parts of the world. It is not in the UK. So my mother's already had Mother's Day, but she's going to have another one tomorrow. So, guys, for those of you who are mothers, Happy Mother's Day to you. Those of you recognize it around the world in your country, happy Mother's Day. And all you men out there, get out there and do something special for your wives who are mothers and obviously your own mother. Go and do something very, very special. So, very, very good weekend. Enjoy it with your family. Happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies. And love to all of you. God bless. I'll see you next week on Monday's Update Call. Thanks, Sylv. Bye.